What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW. Today we're going to go over a day trading recap. I traded AMC and I went 2 for 3. Check it out. All right, guys, so today I stepped into the day and I had a really good trade idea that was on the weekly watch list. I mean, this is a trade idea we went over on Friday with AMC regarding certain levels on the daily. We're going to go over those levels here and I'm going to show you 2 live trades on it, okay? I actually got 2 of the 3 live trades today recorded. The first one is a red trade. The second one is a green trade that brought me well back into green on the day. And then the third one was just the icing on the cake that was today. It's a good day, much like Friday. You know, today is a bottom of the barrel home run day, like I call it, right? My home runs have like a range, and it's on the bottom end of that range. But hey, I'll take bottom end home runs any day of the week, especially back-to-back days. So we'll jump into the charts here. We'll go over those levels, and I think AMC has a lot of potential moving forward here the rest of the week, especially if it can get either up over 60 or pull back and hold 52, 50-ish dollar area tomorrow or Wednesday, and then maybe give us another U shape there on the daily for a breakup over 60. But we'll go over some levels here and we'll go over those live trades. Before we move any further, do me one quick favor. The price to admission to the charts is smashing the like button for me, subscribing to the channel if you're new, and hitting the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. Also, we're about to go over is everything we go over in pre-market at the daytraderchatroom.com. So if you want to be a part of this and check us out, I have access to dashboard, video lesson library, and some of the courses. Then make sure to check us out, link in the description and comment section below to the 5-day trial. Now let's go ahead and jump into the charts. All right, guys, so let's jump into this recap here. What we're going to do is we're going to recap today's trades on AMC. I have 3 trades on it. I have 2 trades of the stock itself and 1 options trade. I have the 2 trades recorded, the first 2 trades recorded here, and we're going to go over those. Now, before we do this morning, you know, like I was talking about it, you know, the gap scans weren't looking that great this morning. They just really weren't looking that great, and it was across the board on my TC2000 and on my trade ideas. They just didn't look great this morning. And I thought that might be an indication that today, what did I say? If nothing from the gap scans makes a move, guys, we've got to watch AMC and we have to watch NOVN. You know, well, that's what we said this morning in pre-market. And sure enough, AMC with the nice move and NOVN as well with a quick move. So it's just the name of the game. When nothing else new is popping off, traders are going to migrate over to whatever was working the day before or whatever has the most recent big time hype on it. So that's why those were my main focus. That's why those were my main focus there. And I wanted to make sure that we were aware of that. So the gap scanners, guys, if you're ever interested, comment in the comment section and the description section of my YouTube video. You'll find the link and the coupon code for the trade idea scanners. And here's the watch list here at the daytraderchatroom.com. ENOB, BTX, COCP, SENS, AMC, NOVN. These are the ones on watch. My favorite ones, I told you off the bell, I'd be watching ENOB and I would be watching AMC. Those are my first 2 that I'd be watching off the bell because I'm looking to see if there's some action on them, if there's going to be potentially some sort of good trade on it. You know, what I want to see off the bell, I want to see big volume. So AMC here in the morning, you know, with a little gap up, nice push straight off the bell. You know, it goes from 51 and 60s all the way up here to 54 and change on very nice big volume. 7 million shares traded in the first 3 minutes of the day. Good sign there. So I knew there was volume. I knew it was hype on AMC, so I made sure to keep that one on watch. ENOB, absolutely one of my favorites. 14.3 million shares in the float. FDA acceptance of the pre-IND request for potential HIV cure. Watching for 950 to hold support. So far we have found 950 support. Where do we get that 950? Well, look at this line we drew in pre-market, guys. Look at that right there to the T. We get this line from the daily chart. There's your 950 right in here. We see that 950 resistance from the past, and now we've seen that it's become some sort of support. However, you know, something that Kevin brought out in pre-market as well to our attention is Look at the last time this thing had a big gap up and a big day. Look at that big old red wick. Just weak, right? Complete sell-off. Now today we found support at that 950 line. So, maybe we can get a breakup over VWAP. If you can get a breakup over VWAP, a little pull in and hold support, then, maybe you can get a nice little move on this thing and you can go test the highs, right? It's possible. It's got good news, so we got to see what it wants to do here. It's going to need a whole lot more volume in it, though, so we'll see what that one wants to do. Now, no trades for me on that one. My trading today was all AMC. AMC was the main one that I traded, and my first trade of the day was a bit early on AMC. On AMC, my first trade of the day was right in there. We came, we broke up, pulled in, and what do we hold? That $52 zone, right? Now, if you look here on the dashboard, you come over here to watch list. Oh, well, I'm already there. You go to the weekly watch list, and you see why. Okay, so here we go. AMC, very much still in play. On Friday, it gave a random bounce after a piece was played on CNBC regarding meme stocks. If it can get over 50, I think we can squeeze back to the $60 area. High of day, guys, today is 58.70. Low of day, 51.52. All right, so that's what I was watching. We held that $52 zone well on that first little drop, right? And then we bounce, right? If we put out our fib levels, we bounce back, hit that VWAP area, and I say to myself, okay, you know what? Disregarding VWAP, disregarding everything else, I'm just going to go off of the $52 zone, right? Why the $52 zone? If you come here, look at this line we've drawn here. Past support, and current resistance, right? So now I want to see that level hold. So I'm thinking we're going to hold it because it got bought right back up. So I go ahead and get long in there. I take a couple little adds, and then we got a quick little dip. I add some more, and then I hold my stop at 52. Now, why do I add some more in the dip? Well, because I'm going off of that $52 zone, and I'm adding into it knowing well what my risk is, right? I know that I have about $1 risk per share here, and I know how much money I'm willing to risk on the trade if I'm wrong. Always, number one priority is knowing what the risk is. How much money can I lose if I'm wrong? That's number one priority. Number one priority. I know where my entry is at. I know where my stop is at. I know how many shares I need in order to risk a certain amount of money that I'm willing to risk per trade. In this case, my risk was about $400. Okay, but we had so much upside potential towards 60 that it was a no-brainer. However, we quickly dip right underneath that zone, right here. And that tail right there stops me out. That was the most frustrating thing ever because we did break down underneath that support zone, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to cut it loose. But one thing that I always say is I'm going to watch to see if it resets itself because I still believe in the trade. After that, I go and I'm watching, what was that other stock? We were watching NOVN. We go and we're watching NOVN. NOVN is making that move. And I'm like, guys, remember NOVN from the watch list, you got to watch that $17 zone for a break and a hold because then I think we got to move to 20. See? Could be a little choppy, but we could trade cleaner if we can break and hold 17. That's right off the watch list, okay? But we don't pull in. We just break through 17 and go straight up. All the while I'm waiting for this one to pull in, no pull in. I switch back to AMC because I was talking to Kevin in moderator chat and he tells me, oh, don't look at AMC, it just popped. I'm like, no, wait, don't tell me that. So sure enough, I come back to AMC and what did we do? We're breaking right above VWAP. We're breaking right above VWAP. At that point, I'm like, okay, reanalyze the chart. What do I see? Let's go ahead and delete this line. Let's delete this box. Right? What do I see? I see a double bottom. Let's delete these fib levels. Let's clean this chart up real quick. Look at your double bottom. Boom. Bang. Double bottom. I was like, bet I'm back in this thing. I didn't even have to think twice about it. The moment I saw that double bottom, I know what I'm trading. I know what my risk is. I'm seeing the volume. I'm like, shorts are trapped. This is a double bottom. The stock did not break down. Huge hype on this play. I'm going to get back into it. I know what my risk is and I know what I'm willing to do. So what do? I get right back into this stock. And now I'm going to show you the live trades. Show you the first one is the red trade on it. There we go. Why do I add there? Well, once again, we're testing that $52 zone. 9 AMA is there. We're putting in a higher low. I'm thinking, okay, no problem. I'm going to add here. And I'll tell you what, I might have added even another pair of like 100 shares. Very possible. I know what my risk is. I'm at $53 cost average with a stop just underneath 52. I know exactly what I'm risking here. So if I'm wrong, I know how much I'm not willing to take a $1,000 loss on it. So I'm not going to build a $1,000 share position here. But I am willing to risk $400 or $500 on it. Absolutely, I am, because if this thing goes insane, you know, I have a great average. This is not a no-brainer trade. But look at what happens. We don't hold the level. I'm like, wow, bro. Okay, fine, I'm out. Now, it might have been a little bit too easy, too quick on the finger, you know, on the trigger finger there. But nonetheless, I had to stop out. I had to stay true to it because, first of all, I know where my risk is at. I've already sized into it. And third of all, right, this is not really my type of trade. I typically would not be in full size in here. You guys know that typically speaking, I would, if I'm trading this here, is because I think we're going to get that nice U shape, and I'm only in 10-20% of my regular size. So let's say I wanted 400 shares, 500 shares, I would only be in here, you know, like 50 shares, maybe 100 shares max, right? With an ad up over VWAP. That would be how I would normally trade this. I was trading this a little bit outside of my go-to strategy, okay? Typically speaking, this would be outside of my go-to strategy, but I thought it was worth the shot. Now, let's get back to the chart. So I'm back in this one, and I'm taking profits along the way, right? I'm taking profits all along the way, you know, bang, more profits, and then I'm just taking more profits, and then I hold on to a little piece, and I put a stop, you know, around just under 54 bucks. And I guess that was my mistake. I get stopped out there, and I just didn't pay close enough attention to the VWAP, right? I guess I didn't pay close enough attention. I really was convinced that we would hold above 54 for the simple fact that we had what? We had that 9 AMA crossover VWAP. We pushed up to new highs. We had beautiful increases in volume. So I'm thinking that we're going to get that 9 AMA to continue up higher and the stock to just continuously come in, tap 9 AMA, bounce off of it, continue higher, tap 9 AMA, bounce off of it, continue higher. That's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for here. I did not get it. So I stopped out of my last piece right there. And it was a tiny piece. It was like almost 20% of my original share size. You know, I was already full size red, or full size, not a full size red day, but a full size red trade on the day. And because of that, I wasn't willing to hold on too much since we didn't get that extension that I was looking for. Now let me get you the green trade. Another thing is risk management. This trade, this second trade, not only erased my red from this trade, it brought me well back into the green on the day. Okay? So here is the green trade. I'm in on the VWAP break here with the starter, 200 shares. And I am looking to add. Right there, I instantly add. Okay, I instantly add. I have 400 shares. Again, same cost average as before, 53 bucks. 53.08, big deal. Oh, I'm not gonna be disappointed over 8 cents. We're going after points here, not pennies, right? So now I'm looking for the squeeze. Because why? We have a double bottom. Look at that. Right straight to the highs right there. I take a piece of profit off because we've made a new high. Now we squeeze a little bit higher. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful thing? This is like for every time you hear a guru out there tell you that you need a lot of shares in order to make money, right? I've heard it said a lot of times, oh, you need 1,000 shares to make $100. That's stupid. Don't let anyone ever BS you that way. 290 shares that I have remaining here, up $464. Don't let anybody tell you that you need big size to make good money. That's ridiculous. What you need is proper risk reward and proper trade plans, not chasing momentum scalping pennies. Look at the volume steadily increasing. I take off another 90 there on the ask. You can see it right here. I had an order on the ask at 56.02. So those are gone. See, now here is what I was saying. We're holding above 54, previous resistance. We've gotten the 9 AMA crossing over VWAP here. That's your trigger. You've gotten an increase in volume, big jump in share price there. Now I want to see continuous upside. I don't want to see this break back under 54. Why? Well, because the trade plan has triggered accordingly. Now I want to see this thing, boom, squeeze, right? That's what I'm looking for. But we don't get it. It's very frustrating. We got a quick little pop there. Take off a little bit more profit. And I'm like, okay, you know, I want to hold 9 AMA is at $54. I want to hold $54 because now it's really all about the 9 AMA. We want to see, look, it was 9 AMA was previous support here. We've crossed over. We want to see that 9 AMA continue to hold support. See that? See that wick right there to the 9 AMA, that $54 area? I'm like, okay, bet, this is perfect. You know, it's no biggie. I know that I've taken down pretty much 90, 80% of my size is gone already. You know, in a way, I'm like, my bad, Jesse. But at least you still have a little bit here. If you get that rip to $60, those measly 75 shares could still make you $400 or $500 just them alone. Just those 75 shares alone can make me that much money, right? But we don't go. Look, that right there was such a disappointing sign. And I don't instantly sell out. I wait a little bit. I keep my eyes on everything. And we're not getting off the level. We're not getting off. We're not getting off. We're not getting off. And look, see, we drop even lower. I'm like, well, I guess that's it. I guess the party's over, you know. I guess it was short-lived. So I sell out of it there. And that was it. That was the trade. That was the trade for me there. Now, I do end up taking another trade on this one here. It's not recorded. It was actually on my little Robinhood app real quick. It was some options. Let me bring it up here real quick on my phone. My entry was Friday's expiration, $60 strike, call options, okay? And I only had 2 contracts. It's only have a few bucks in that account. So I only had 2 contracts on that one. And I'm in at $6. Okay, I'm in at $6 in here. This is what Kevin was doing his recap and lessons on the morning. I entered in there, and we push up and make a new high. I take a piece of profit. So I only have 2 contracts. I take one off. I take one contract off, and I sell that one at $7.32. Let me make sure. Yes, I put a limit order of $7.10. I'm in from $6. It sells at $7.32. Awesome fill. And then I have one more contract left. We continue to squeeze. Right? And that one I sell out of at $8.25. Sorry. I put a limit order of $8 and I get a fill at $8.27. That was at 10:59 a.m. So that was a nice little trade as well to add to the day. So, you know, well into the green. I mean, honestly, if I add both these trades together, it's a it's a home run day, right? It's like bottom of the barrel home run day, right? Like my home run range, it's at the bottom range of what I consider a home run day. Same as on Friday. Friday was a bottom of the barrel home run day. Today's another bottom of the barrel home run day. Hey, guess what? I'll take bottom of the barrel home run days any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So, you know, I'm flat. I have no positions left on AMC, but all the trades were money. But they took patience and it took a lot of planning. You know, when you plan your trades, that's when you know that's when you can trade stress-free. That these two trades that I took in here, right? These two trades that I took in here, come on, thing, move. These two trades, they were stress-free. This one was stress-free, but it was outside of my strategy. It was outside of my strategy. So, not very happy with myself on that one. But hey, it's the name of the game. You know, sometimes it happens as long as you manage your risk. So it shows you that even when I trade outside of my strategy, what remains the same? I tested something new. I was wrong. I got stopped out. But what remained the same? My risk management. And because of my risk management being the same always, this singular trade alone brought me well back into the green on the day. And then this trade here, forget about it, you know, put me well into the green on the day. You know, like way in there. That one's really the gravy. All right, guys, so that concludes the recap, all right, for the day. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you traded. Drop it in the comment section below. Remember to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great start to your week, and I'll catch you on the next one.